Imagine it is still dark outside. Not the kind of dark you get when your phone screen lights up every few minutes with notifications. This is real darkness. The kind that covers the land before sunrise. The kind that makes the stars look brighter than you thought possible. You are inside a Roman military fort somewhere on the edge of the empire. Maybe along the Rhine River. Maybe near the forests of Britain. Maybe somewhere dusty in the east. The exact place does not matter too much. What matters is that a Roman soldier is about to start his day. And unfortunately for him, it starts very early. The year is somewhere in the 2nd century AD. Rome controls huge amounts of land. Roads stretch across continents. Trade ships move across seas. Emperors rule from distant palaces. But none of that changes the fact that our soldier must wake up before sunrise. Inside the barracks, the air is cool and still. Long wooden buildings line the fort. Each one holds groups of soldiers who live together, work together, and occasionally get tired of each other. 8 men usually share one living space. The Romans call this group a contubernium. Think of it as roommates. Except every roommate owns a sword. The sleeping area is simple. There are no soft mattresses. No memory foam. No fluffy pillows promising the best sleep of your life. Instead, there are basic beds, blankets, and whatever comfort a soldier can create for himself. The room smells like leather, sweat, smoke from cooking fires, and damp wool. Not exactly a luxury hotel. Somewhere outside, a guard walks along the fort wall. His sandals scrape against the ground. A distant horse snorts. The wind moves softly through the wooden buildings. Then comes the sound nobody can ignore. The signal to wake up. A soldier groans. Another pulls a blanket over his head. A third probably regrets every decision that brought him into the Roman army. But there is no sleeping in. Roman military life runs on discipline. The empire did not conquer huge parts of the known world by letting soldiers hit the snooze button. Slowly, the room begins to come alive. Men sit up. Blankets are folded. Boots are found. At least most of them are found. There is probably one soldier searching for a missing sandal while quietly blaming everyone else. The barracks are crowded, and personal space is almost non-existent. If one man snores loudly, everyone hears it. If someone talks in his sleep, everyone hears that too. And if somebody decides to clean armor in the middle of the night, he is unlikely to become popular. As our soldier rises from his bed, he takes a moment to gather himself. His body feels stiff. Yesterday was full of training, marching, and work. Tomorrow will be much the same. The Roman army demands strength, but it also demands endurance. A soldier is expected to keep going day after day, week after week, year after year. Outside, dawn is still waiting beyond the horizon. The sky remains dark blue. The campfires glow softly in the distance. A few officers are already awake and moving through the fort. They seem to have a special ability shared by military leaders throughout history. They always wake up before everyone else. Our soldier stretches his arms. His joints crack. His back complains. For a brief moment he might dream about staying in bed. But dreams do not build roads. Dreams do not guard borders. And dreams definitely do not impress Roman centurions. So he gets moving. Near his bed are a few personal possessions. Roman soldiers do not own much, but many keep small items that remind them of home. Perhaps a carved piece of wood. Perhaps a lucky charm. Maybe a letter from family. Many soldiers serve far away from where they were born. Some come from Italy. Others come from Spain, Gaul, North Africa, or the Balkans. The Roman army is surprisingly diverse. Inside the barracks, different accents and backgrounds mix together. Yet they all wear the same uniform and follow the same rules. That shared identity matters. Because when you spend years living and working beside the same men, they become something close to family. Not always the family you would choose, but family all the same. As more soldiers wake up, conversations begin. Mostly short ones. Nobody is feeling especially cheerful before sunrise. A few jokes are exchanged. Someone complains about the weather. Someone else complains about the food. This may actually be the oldest military tradition in human history. complaining about breakfast before breakfast even exists. The room slowly fills with movement. Blankets are packed away. Equipment is checked. Belts are picked up. The day's routine is already beginning. Outside, the fort itself is waking. Smoke rises from kitchens. Stable workers care for horses. Messengers move between buildings. Guards change shifts. Every person inside the fort has a role. And every role helps keep the military machine running. Roman forts are carefully organized places. Nothing is random. The streets are laid out in neat patterns. Buildings have specific purposes. Supplies are stored in designated areas. Order is everywhere. The Romans love organization almost as much as they love conquering things. For the ordinary soldier, this structure shapes every hour of the day. He knows where he should be. He knows when he should be there. And he knows what happens if he is late. The answer usually involves an unhappy officer. As the first hints of sunlight begin to appear, the world outside slowly changes. Darkness fades. The outlines of walls become clearer. Watchtowers emerge from the shadows. The fort starts to reveal itself. A new day has arrived. For our soldier, it is simply another day among many. Another day of duty. Another day of work. Another day serving Rome. He does not know exactly what tasks await him yet. There will be orders soon enough. There always are. But for now, standing in the quiet moments before sunrise, he takes a breath. The air is cool. The camp is waking. The empire is stirring. And his long day is only just beginning. The first light of morning now stretches across the fort. The darkness is fading. Shadows pull back from the walls and streets. The watchtowers stand clearly against the brightening sky. Smoke rises from cooking fires, drifting lazily through the cool air. For most people, getting dressed is a simple task. For a Roman soldier, it is more like preparing to carry a small metal house on his body. Our soldier stands beside his bed and begins the daily ritual. Everything has its place. Everything has a purpose. And everything must be ready. The Roman army is famous for many things. Its victories. Its roads. Its discipline. But one reason Rome became so powerful was because its soldiers took their equipment seriously. A rusty sword could fail. A damaged shield could break. A loose strap could become a problem at exactly the wrong moment. So every morning starts with checking gear. First comes the tunic. This is the basic piece of clothing worn beneath the armor. It is simple, practical, and usually made from wool. Not the soft kind you might wear today. This wool can be rough and itchy. Roman soldiers probably spent a lot of time wishing someone would invent softer fabric. That invention was still very far away. The tunic reaches down toward the knees and allows enough movement for marching, working, and fighting. Our soldier pulls it on and straightens it carefully. Next comes one of the most important items he owns: his belt. To a Roman soldier, a military belt is more than just something that holds up clothing. It is a symbol, a sign that he belongs to the army. Many military belts are decorated with metal fittings that catch the sunlight. As he fastens it around his waist, the familiar weight settles into place. The day is officially beginning. Nearby, other soldiers are doing the same. The barracks are full of movement. Leather straps tighten. Buckles click. Equipment shifts and rattles. One soldier struggles with a stubborn strap. Another discovers that a piece of equipment somehow ended up on the opposite side of the room. Nobody knows how these things happen. Yet somehow they always do. Now comes the armor. Depending on the period and location, Roman soldiers wear different styles of protection. The most famous is the segmented armor known today as larica segmentata. It is made from overlapping metal strips fastened together. When worn properly, it provides excellent protection while allowing movement. Putting it on is not especially quick or especially comfortable. Imagine wrapping yourself in metal before breakfast every day. The reality of military life is often less glamorous than paintings make it appear. Our soldier lifts the armor carefully. Even after years of service, he can feel its weight. The metal is cool against the morning air. He fastens the straps and adjusts the fit. Everything must sit correctly. A poorly fitted piece of armor can rub against the skin for hours during a march. And a long Roman march is already unpleasant enough. There is no need to make it worse. Once the armor is secured, he checks it closely. The Romans are serious about maintenance. Very serious. Officers regularly inspect equipment. A soldier who neglects his gear may find himself receiving punishment. And Roman punishments are not famous for being enjoyable. The army expects discipline in everything, even cleaning armor. Especially cleaning armor. As sunlight grows stronger outside, metal surfaces begin to shine. Rows of soldiers stand adjusting straps and examining equipment. The sight must be impressive. Hundreds of trained men preparing for another day. Each one part of a machine that stretches across the empire. Now it is time for weapons. The sword comes first. The gladius. Perhaps one of the most famous weapons in history. Compared to some swords, it is not especially large. But it is deadly. Designed mainly for thrusting attacks, it works perfectly alongside Roman battle formations. Our soldier removes it from its scabbard. Just enough to inspect the blade. The metal catches the morning light. No rust. No damage. Everything looks good. Satisfied, he slides it back into place. A soldier develops trust in his weapons. He depends on them. In dangerous moments, that trust matters. Next comes the dagger. Many Roman soldiers carry one as a backup weapon. It hangs from the belt, ready if needed. Hopefully, today it will not be needed. Most soldiers would prefer a quiet day. Quiet days are usually safer. And safer days generally lead to longer lives. Now there is only one major piece left. The shield. The famous Roman shield. Large, curved, and built for protection. A soldier's shield is often almost as important as his sword. Roman warfare depends heavily on formation fighting. Each man's shield helps protect not only himself but also the soldiers beside him. That means everyone depends on everyone else. A weak shield can become a problem for an entire line of troops. Our soldier picks it up and examines it carefully. The wood is solid. The metal fittings are secure. The painted design remains visible. Another inspection passed. Finally comes the helmet. Heavy, protective, and not particularly comfortable. Roman helmets are designed to save lives, not win fashion awards. The metal bowl covers the head. Protective guards shield the cheeks. A neck guard helps defend against blows from above. It is practical, effective, and after hours of wearing it, probably rather annoying. Still, nobody complains. At least not where officers can hear. The helmet settles onto his head. Now he is fully equipped. The transformation is complete. A few minutes ago, he was simply a sleepy man climbing out of bed. Now he looks like what he is, a professional Roman soldier. Around him, the rest of the barracks have finished preparing as well. Rows of men stand ready. Armor gleams softly. Weapons hang at their sides. Shields lean against walls. Outside, the fort is fully awake. Voices echo across the streets. Orders are being shouted. Horses move through the camp. The smell of breakfast drifts through the air. That smell is becoming very difficult to ignore. Many soldiers are already thinking about food. Training is important. Duty is important. But breakfast is also important. The stomach has its own priorities. Soon the soldiers will gather for roll call. Officers will assign duties. The day will truly begin. Some men will train. Some will patrol. Others may repair roads, guard gates, or work on fortifications. The exact tasks remain unknown. But one thing is certain. Whatever happens today, they must be ready. That readiness is what separates the Roman army from many of its enemies. Discipline, preparation, routine, day after day, year after year. As our soldier steps out into the growing sunlight, his armor gently clinking with each movement, he joins the flow of soldiers heading toward the parade ground. The morning is still young. The empire is awake. And the next part of the day is waiting.